Hey, beer fans. No, wait, that's a podcast. It's Uncle Jonah here, drinking beers so you don't have to. And I'm doing quite a nice one. It's another one that I think is from the birthday box. It's Two Chefs Brewing. And it's a guy jumping out of is that Baumgartner? Jumping out of a kind of rocket as he free falls to Earth. It's called Space Jumper. It's a single hop beer with Galaxy IPA, Galaxy hops even. It's an IPA apparently. Oh, does it say how strong this bad boy is? Must do somewhere. We'll find that out in just a second. Space Jumper is part of our Record Breaker series. If you want to be the best, and if you want to beat the rest, oh, dedication's what you need. If you want to be a record breaker, ooh. Those of you that are of a certain age will have a fondness for Norris McWhirter and all that kind of stuff. Record Breaker series where we brew special edition IPAs inspired by some of the coolest world records. Okay, so it's about that. I'm sure it's going to be most iconic moments of 2012. 2012? Jesus, was it that long ago? A daredevil did a jaw-dropping thing from the edge of space. I'm sure that was someone. Baumgartner. Anyway, so yeah, this is their beer to celebrate that. Ah, there it is. 6%. Don't avoid the pregnant ladies. I keep telling you, but some of you don't get it. This is brewed and canned at Two Chefs in Amsterdam. Love Amsterdam. And oh my god, just seemed to me. So it's a gold can apart from that, which is cool, and it's even got a gold top. But Jesus Christ, the silver bottom. When are they going to get it right? Make me a special coloured black bottom or a gold bottom in this case, gold. Jesus, I am full of the old what they call. I was going to say social media. It's not that. It's full of nonsense. That's one way of putting it. No, what are those things? Random streams of consciousness. That's not exactly what I was thinking, but hey, never mind. Right, slightly different. I have got a smaller um, tasting glass today. It is from, I don't know if you can see that thing, Windsor. There we go, Windsor and Eton. Fantastic. And it even comes with a chip on the rim. Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. The chip on the rim. No. Right, let's see if this fits in. I'm not 100% sure this is going to fit in the glass, but we'll give it a go. Because I think this is a half. Actually, a 330 should fit in, he says. Oh, there we go. Ye of little faith. And I'm talking to myself now. Wow, look at that bad boy. It is a bit hazy. It has got over a finger's head. Over a finger is just selfish. But look at those bubbles. That is not going to hang around for very long. Big, big bubbles. Not giving too much away. So it's a single hop beer. Oh, Marisotta with a pinch of Pilsner. Pinch of Pilsner. Down with the alliteration boys as well today. I don't know what that's about. There we go. There is another nice thingy. Thumbnail. So going from fingers to thumbs and all that kind of jazz. Oh, and I've just found out from a lady, look her up on the webs, Christine Crine, who's quite high up in camera. She used to be the main man in camera, even though she's a woman. And yeah, she now does lots of training, development. She does writing, she does blogging. She's the man. But she's writing a beer tasting thing, article for our local magazine. Yeah, and she said, "Do you mind if I put your name in it?" And I was like, "No, I don't mind at all." You know, having the lovely Christine writing my name in a magazine. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I have also had things published, ha ha ha, in said magazine too. So, yeah, the magazine itself, they'll ask anyone. But always nice to see my name in print, or hopefully she says my name. She might just say Kent Tasting Chair, which is me. Um, right. Anyway, enough tomfoolery. Oh, I did. I don't know if I told you guys. I think I did, but I'm doing the Train the Trainer beer tasting appreciation course, so I can train people how to taste beer. I've been telling you guys for years, but you know, I'm going to be doing it to other people soon. Um, yeah, and she's the one that's doing the training, so that will be early next year. So watch out for that, dear viewer. Wow. Okay. So it's quite hoppy on the nose, but it's hoppy in a kind of fruity way. Pastel, like fruit pastels, you know, those chewy sweets with powdered sugar or candied sugar around the outside. Um, Round trees, fruit pastels. So you can't put one in your mouth without chewing. So that's how juicy they are. But yeah, there's also a hint of mandarin, tangerine, kind of that side of the fruity, citrus fruity kind of thing. Smells very sweet as well. It's going to be interesting, this one. And 6% on the ABV on a daily. Cheers and beers. Let's see what we get. And if you've got into this video well over 5 minutes, that's got to be worth. I've had to be entertaining me, so it's got to be worth a thumbs up at the very least. Maybe even a subscription. Cheers and beers. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. Ooh. So it's really juicy, but up front, it's quite bitter. Um, it's got a bit of sourness to it, a bit of pith, um, kind of grapefruit juice on the mouth. Doesn't smell like that. Well, not to me anyway. But yeah, getting grapefruit, still getting that green stuff. So there's a lot of hops in there, a lot of galaxy. And that's quite a nice, just thinking about it, that's quite a nice play on the theme. It's galaxy hops, and there's the guy jumping out of the spaceship on a parachute. Absolute loon. Hmm. All those weird flavors that I was getting on the nose, I'm kind of getting really late, and quite surprisingly at the back of my throat. Um, it's not as sweet as I thought it was going to be, but it is pretty sweet. I can taste the sweetness, the sugary uh, wartiness on my lips. Having warts on your lips is not usually good. Ask No, no, I'm not gonna tell you who you should ask. But yeah, warts on your lips, sink ships. Oh, wow. And maybe that bitterness is kind of also being propped up by the alcohol. It's not super strong, but 6% isn't to be sniffed at, shall we say? Especially when it's in a snifter of a glass. And look, talking about the glass, look at the lacing on that bad boy. Someone actually commented on my video the other day saying how much he liked me talking about the lacing. So he's a fellow lacer, a lacing monster. It wasn't Charlie Bamford, Bamforth. Oh, look, that looks like a kind of dinosaur, some sort of pterodactyl, or one of those weird ones with a kind of shaped head flying over the top of my beer. That's a nice thought, isn't it? I guess the dinosaurs, all they had was fermented fruit left on the vine, or vine perhaps. So they'd have a munch on those fruits and get hammered. Um, mm, the fruits are probably big, lots of oxygen in the atmosphere. Big fruits, big melons, for example. We were talking about that the other day. Wow, look at that on the back. Lovely, lovely, crazy foamness. We're talking about foam watch here. 1, 2, 3, and a lot of sort of residual protein hanging around the bottom of the glass, which, dear viewer, is fandabitastic. Now, I've just noticed that there is something else on the Beer 52 website, because this is where this beer came from. I didn't get it in the normal box, but I'm sure, pardon me, I'm sure I got this as part of my birthday box selection. Oh, pardon me. There we go. 2 Chefs Brewing. Look at that. He's literally jumping out of there like a bad boy. He actually kind of fell out of it, if I remember rightly, watching the video. I think he passed out as well, which is nuts. If you want to know more, do you want to know more? Click this QR code. And it tells you about 2 chefs, which is nice and interesting. Anyhow, what I was going to say was, yeah, the tasting notes here say deep golden in appearance, topped with cloudy white foam. That sounds exactly like something I'd say. Tropical aromas, guava, grapefruit, and passion fruit, orange peel. I said grapefruit. And ripe tangerine. Oh, I got the tangerine. Creamy flavors of mango sorbet, tangerine, and grapefruit juice. Yeah, I said grapefruit juice, I think. Um, Finishes with a citrus kick and a pithy bitterness. I said pithy as well. My God, it was almost as though it was supposed to be. There we go. That is Space Jumper, single hop Galaxy IPA at 6%. That is a really nice beer. I approve. The other thing is, there is no mention of oats or wheat in there. So all that haze probably came from the settling out of the hops and the yeast in there. The one thing it didn't get is that creaminess. I mean, it talks about juice and stuff. It says creamy flavors. Not really. And I think they probably had the overarching, and that's easy to say when you've had a 6% beer. Yeah, the overarching need of the hazy pale brewer, or in this case, it's an IPA, and it is an actual proper IPA, single hop IPA, to put oats and wheat in, hence making the beer creamy. But in this case, they haven't, and I don't think it has creamy. It's much juicier. So the fact they've said, oh, creamy mango and guava, maybe they tasted that. There are a lot of kind of fruit things going on, which is amazing because they've only used one hop. But, dear viewer, they haven't said they've only just used one expression of that hop. There's different types. There's leaves. There's T90. There's T. What's the other one? T45. There's different varieties. Hop oil you could put in there, and it's all Galaxy, but different types. And of course, thiols, which is the new, well, it's not new anymore. It's about 3 or 4 years old now. People talking about thiols in beer. I mean, talking about it in wine. They've been talking about it in, dare I say, weed. And you can get things like terpenes and all that kind of jazz. So people have been talking about this kind of stuff for years. But to the Now, I don't want to say this without insulting you, because I've been saying it for at least 2 or 3 years. But the average drinker who's drinking maybe an IPA every now and then, but drinking lager most of the time, thiols will mean nothing to you. So if you're watching this video and you're wondering what the hell I'm talking about, thiols are pre-flavor flavonoid, so flavor precursors, which exist within hops, but also within malts. And in the interactions between hops, between malts and yeast. So if you believe in the Rhine Hotskebot, and why not? Uh, I mean, it is a kind of made up thing, but the German purity laws, and some people are militant about this, but you can get some unbelievable flavors, even in IPAs and shit like that, from just using water, hops, malt, and yeast. And basically, this beer, if you believe what it says on the can, does not contain anything apart from those four things. And you're getting some amazing flavors. So it is possible, dear viewer. We live in interesting times. And that's how I'd like to finish this video. It's Unclejona here, drinking beer for your entertainment and giving you nuggets of information. Please do your research, read, listen to podcasts, drink beer, all that kind of jazz. And please, I'm begging you, please, don't worry, I'll be back with another beer review. And as always, that's coming up real soon.